Hi guys, karibuni sana to this channel. My name is Joyce Cheruto, and this is an amazing platform where we will be talking to people from all walks of lives who have made it in what they are doing, just to be able to understand the process as to how they got to where they are today. Our aim is to become, to blossom, and to bloom into the best versions of ourselves. So today's guest is none other than me. I just want you guys to get to know me up close and personal. So join me. Let's go back to the beginning. I was born in Kitale, Trans Nzoia County. So for those who don't know, Kitale, it's near LD. One side, it borders Uganda and several other counties: Uasin Gishu, West Pokot, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kakamega, Bungoma. My mother was a cateress and my father was a teacher. But now they've both retired, and we just came from a very humble background, and we didn't have much, but they really hustled to make sure that we went to the best of the best schools, and I'm grateful for that. And I come from a family of 8, 7 girls, 1 boy. So you can imagine, my sisters right now are my friends, but back then, because we didn't have much, we were like, it was like a war zone. We would struggle for clothes because Sunday, unajua Sunday kila mtu anataka kutokelezea, kushine, but we don't have many clothes. So me and my sisters would fight over outfits to wear on Sunday. Primary, I went to a school in Kitale. That's where I started off. High school, I went to Moi High School, Kabarak. But I have very fond memories of my childhood that have shaped the person that I am today. Na nikiwaambia, for sure hamta believe, cause mimi nililima shamba, chunga ng'ombe. I know it doesn't look believable, but I did all that because my father was so keen to instill in us the value of the shilling and just show us where our school fees was coming from. And that has made me to be a go-getter, the go-getter that I am today. Immediately after high school, I got my first job. And it wasn't a big job, really. It was, those pool girls, ama ni pool boys. I used to put a coin so that the pool table ifunguke, and then I arrange the balls and everything for the people who are playing. So that was my first job. It was just a small hustle before I was called into uni. And lucky enough, a few months in, I was called to USIU, where I pursued international relations. And I remember when I graduated, unajua venye mtu anaambiwa you have the power to read and write. Me, I knew I was powerful going to the job market. But tarmac I did. I tarmac for so many months. And I remember I even now enrolled to my master's at USIU, just to be able to give myself like a head start, so that when people look at my CV waone kama huyu ako na masters, wacha tuchukue huyu. So I think I would encourage the people, the fresh graduates, msikae nyumbani, do something, even if it's a short course, even if you have the funds, go for your masters or extend that internship. If it's 3 months, extend it to 1 year, so that you're not just seated idle at home. My masters worked for me because a few months into my masters, I got my first job after graduation in an international organization. And I have been lucky in my career because I've worked in different areas, you name it. I've worked in government, I've worked in an international organization, I have worked in the private sector, and of course, mi ni Mkenya halisi, so pia nilikuwa na my side hustle. I remember one of my main side hustles was nilikuwa na biashara ya a tailoring company. So that was one of my main hustle, and I've even worked in an embassy. And having achieved great heights in my career, I felt like it was time to just go back home and give back to my community with the knowledge and experience that I had acquired over the years, to just better their lives.
Na watu wengi wameniuliza ni nini imenimotivate nitake kufanya hii kazi ya deputy governor. Mimi nilikuwa nafanya kazi kule Korean Embassy kama political advisor wa balozi, na nilitaka kukuja hapa Trans Nzoia si kwa sababu nataka kujulikana ama kwa sababu nataka kutengeneza pesa mingi, lakini kwa sababu nataka kubadilisha maisha ya wananchi wa Trans Nzoia.
And that is what motivated me to go back home and run as a deputy governor. But I can remember in my childhood, there was a time that we were going to visit my brother, and we had this kanisan which had a sunroof. So me and my sisters, we would stand on the sunroof and say the slogan of the ruling party then. So tulikuwa hapo KANU KANU kama watoto wadogo. So I think even as a young child, I really had the fire to just go and be a leader in my community. And I remember 2012, I really wanted to start, but si mnajua vile tu, I don't know, I felt like I was a young girl. I felt like bado too, it's not time. That was 2012. But when I saw leaders like Sakaja, I saw Murkomen go out, and they were, more or less my age. So I was like, wow, so someone can, go and be a leader even at a young age. But 10 years on, 2022 is when actually I went for my dreams. And I remember I started lobbying in January of 2022 to be the deputy governor. But yet nilikuwa nimeenda na the energy that someone needed to go to lobby for that position, because I still was doubting myself. Mnajua imposter syndrome actually set in, and I felt like maybe I will not get that position. But I remember the death of my sister in February of 2022. That is when I really asked myself very hard questions, that what mark am I going to leave behind once I leave this world? And that actually pushed me very hard to lobby for that position. And I remember I was still working in Nairobi, but every weekend, every holiday that I got, I even took leave days to just go back home in Kitale to just lobby for the DG position. And let me just put in perspective Trans Nzoia County. So Trans Nzoia County is very cosmopolitan. Every tribe in Kenya is in Trans Nzoia County. And there's a tradition as to how to share the power so that there is inclusivity and just a celebration of the diversity of our county. The two front runner candidates were from the Luya community. The DG position was now left to the other major tribes, which is the Nandi and the Sabawot community. So I, being a Nandi, I lobbied. I lobbied with our Nandi Council of Elders. They are called Kaburwa. I lobbied with church elders, with opinion shapers, you name it. If you had a voice or an influence for me to get the DG position, I was talking to you. So I lobbied very hard, but June came and someone else actually got nominated to that position. And of course, I was very disappointed, but I went back to my place of work. But Mungu ni nani? 2 days to the signing of the nomination papers, the candidate who got nominated for that position, for the DG position, he could not run. There was like a small hiccup, so he could not run. There were leaders from the North Rift region, leaders from Western region, and just as the Council of Elders, they sat down and just deliberated on who could run as DG. And my name came up and I was given the ticket. So 2 days in, I signed the nomination papers and I ran as DG in Trans Nzoia County. So I'd like to encourage people, msijione, don't let imposter syndrome set in whatever that you want to do. If you believe that you can achieve, just go out and put in the work. Because I had put in the work, but of course I didn't get it. But because of the work that I had put in, when they were deliberating, they actually saw that I was best fit to run as DG. And the campaigns were awesome. That's what I can describe them as. Of course, they were tiring, but they were very, very awesome. And there are two lessons that I can say that I learned as a young politician. One of them is believe in yourself, go out there, no matter, no matter how you think of yourself, how small you think of yourself, just go out there, put in the work. Because when I went and I was campaigning, the community really embraced me and I felt the warmth, I felt the love. And the second lesson is, hey, be prepared for character development. Because mnasema ati wanaume na mademu wanawafanyia character development. No, no, no. It has nothing on politics because they are under the table deals. People will call you all sorts of names. You will agree with someone one thing, the next second, that a minute, the next second, they'll be doing something totally different. But that character development has shaped me to be a sharp politician, and yeah, I think it was necessary. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, what am I up to nowadays? After I was not successful to get the DG position. So right now I'm actively involved in training and capacity building in my areas of expertise. So that's the story of my life, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Next week, we will be with someone who is I really look up to, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy that episode. Peace.